It's my feel-good breakfast show.
This is your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. Now, when we think of pageants, we imagine beautiful women on a stage with some swimsuits and a crown comes to mind. Well, the Justice Pageant, however, it swaps all those bathing costumes for actual business suits and the sash and crown that we certainly know with pageants for all the rest that brings a whole lot of dignity. Now, the Justice Pageant organiser is with us this morning. Jolene, thank you so much for joining us. Jolene Maritz, but you've got a double barrel.
Yes, Jolene Maritz.
Jolene Maritz, it's great having you in studio.
Thank
We
you.
just mentioned that the Justice Pageant is a whole lot different. It's not just about the crowns and the
Yes.
bathing suits. First of all, welcome to you two as well. I don't have your names.
Thank you.
What
I'm
is-
Lindy van Skolkwyk.
You, Lindy, and you are.
Masitemberawe.
It is great to have you on the show as well. You are very beautiful.
Thank you.
Tell me about the pageant. I mean, you
Right.
just discussed it. What else distinguishes it from normal pageants?
Okay, right. So our aim, actually, what we do is we are in collaboration with the No Crime Culture Project.
Right.
And the aim of that is to eradicate crime in South Africa through moral education. So there is no priority to moral education in South Africa, where all other first world countries belong to moral education institutions, etc. So what the Justice Pageant does, it places strategic moral role models across South Africa to inspire the youth.
I love that. So you've taken pageant and what we know about beauty and you've made it responsible.
We've made it responsible. You'll also see our entry requirements are a little bit different. We're not so worried about how you look in a bathing suit. We are more... for us, it's important to see if you're educated. So in terms of education, we don't mean you have to have a degree. We just want to see, even if you attended a free seminar, that you're committed to education.
I love the fact that there's seminars. So gaan gou deur die formaat vir my. Tell me more about it. So how did you become part of it?
Well, I actually wanted to immigrate a few years ago, like several South Africans, but I decided to stay and raise my children here because I love this country. And then I decided to fight crime. But there is no better way than taking part in this project to engage in fighting crime, because we have to start at the beginning, and that is by teaching good morals. So if we are positive role models, children will copy that behavior.
Definitely.
And if they know it's wrong to steal, they will probably not be corrupt politicians one day.
Oh, bless. Okay. You're a guy taking part in a pageant. I'm going to say it. We've also learned that it's different to every ordinary other pageant. Competing in something like this, what does it show you about South Africa and the rest of the world?
Well, it shows growth for with the moral education. And a lot of people are going to learn and are going to... we are going to get the moral-free generation to come. For, let's say, for the 10 years to come, we are going to get a crime-free society. So, yeah.
And
So
I'm
we
glad
talk
that-
about a moral revolution.
Moral
yes.
revolution, yeah.
I love the fact that there's representatives all around the country.
Yes.
You know, where with a normal pageant, I guess you have one winner that has to do all the work, right?
Yes.
So the reasoning behind this, I mean, I know that there's a male pageant and a female pageant. Just tell me about that. Is it about gender equality? What's the story with that?
So there's a Mr., a Miss, and a Mrs.
Right.
So they don't compete against each other. In fact, they've really supported each other. You know, some of them have really carried each other through this journey, because it's tough. You speak to children that have no food, and you have to teach them not to commit crime. So it's been a journey for all of us, for the contestants, for us as organisers, for our researchers, for our psychologists. But this is how we will attack this problem, is also researching the solutions to combat crime in South Africa.
Well, you just said it, research, and I love the fact that you are representatives, that you've started something, and the fact that it was one of my tweets this week about someone wanting to immigrate just because things are tough in SA. Mal oor wat jy gesê het. Love the fact. Justice Pageant, or thejusticepageant.co.za, if you want to know more about these guys that are creating this revolution. Jolene, thank you so much for joining us on our Feel Good Breakfast Show. The Justice Pageant, and you can follow them, and as I mentioned, really, really good to see inspiring South Africans on this Feel Good Breakfast Show.